And please welcome our chair, Haiying.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and most welcome guests. It is very exciting tonight. We have such a bustling and lots of guests from different places. The energy is bustling. Can I invite all of you who are guests, who is the first timer to visit our club, type in the chat and let us know where you're based, where you're currently based, and where did you found about joining this club, Manchester Communicators. We are originally quintessentially Mancunian. We're a club in Manchester, but because of the lockdown, we have transformed. And during this period, we have acquired plenty members from international scale. So we are currently, at the moment, last time when we counted, we are 21 nationalities. But that goes to say, you're all very welcome to join. For those guests who are not so familiar with what we do, first of all, congratulations, because of your curiosity have drove you here. So welcome and welcome and welcome. At Manchester Communicator, we aim to create this supportive learning environment for us to overcome our fears of doing public speaking. So think of us as a soft sand. When you jump, you land on a soft landing, and then we're your safety net when you walk across the tightrope of doing public speaking. Furthermore, aside from us being this network of supportive place for you to practice your speaking, we also pride ourselves as being a community where we support each other. Everyone are here. They found camaraderie, they found belongingness, they found their second family. And what can be expected for tonight? Well, I'll leave it to the Toastmaster Ugne, who will explain a little bit later. And as I'm going to be a general evaluator, I'll be having lots of opportunity to speak. So I don't want to take too much time away from the Toastmaster, but you're guaranteed to have an evening full of fun and full of informative tips, because tonight Ugne is our Toastmaster. This young lady, she spent a lot of time putting together. So without further ado, I'm going to be quiet and let me introduce you, Ugne Pawlicaite, to the stage. Ugne.
Thank you so much, Faye. It's always nice to hear from you, and it's never enough listening to you. So good evening, everybody, dear Toastmasters and warmly welcome guests. My name is Ugne, and tonight I'm going to be your Toastmaster. Tonight's meeting topic is immunity. While the most of the world shifts their focus on the virus, we, like-minded people, we talk about what really matters, is our own immune system. So I'd like to encourage you all not only actively participate in speaking, but also grab a notebook and grab a pen and write down the tips and tricks that you'll hear tonight that you'd love to include in your daily life. So tonight's program consists of 3 parts. So first is impromptu speaking in table topic session. I encourage you all to chat Kenesha if you want to participate. The second part is prepared speeches, and we have 4 of them. I can't wait to hear. And the third part of the meeting is evaluation, and that is how we improve. So tonight's meeting wouldn't be as powerful and as splendid without the key members of the team working in a background. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the first lady, which says that the key element for her strong health is a vitamin D. And while we don't get enough of sun in the UK, she does it. She drinks vitamin D every single day. So please welcome our timer, Ilya.
Good evening, everyone, again. It's a pleasure for me to be the timer for tonight. The role of the timer is to keep track of time and ensure that the meeting goes smoothly and on time, as well as encourage people and help them structure their speeches, whether impromptu or prepared. For this reason, I just shared in the chat the program of tonight where you can follow what comes next. On the side, you can see a couple of numbers. When a person reaches the minimum amount of time that they need to speak, they will see the green behind me. When they reach the middle one, depending on how much they're speaking, they will see the yellow one, which means that they're completely on time. And completely on time with their speech. And finally, when the time is up and running, they'll see the red one. Once you see the red sign, you are very encouraged to wrap up your speech and have 1 or 2 sentences because you have 30 seconds left to finish talking before you get muted. So this is it for me, and you'll hear again from me again. And don't forget your vitamins.
Thank you so much, Elena. So now we have another key member of our team working in the background. And he's also an advocate of vitamin D, although he couldn't stress enough that we should get outside and get it naturally from the sun. Alongside the sun, he does the meditation to keep his not only physical health, but also mental health strong. Please welcome our A counter, Shaimenda. You muted, Shaimenda.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, you only ever use crutches when something's wrong, when something's broken. And my job today as our counter is to listen out for when you use crutches during the time that you're speaking. Because if you are using them, something's wrong and something's broken. Often we don't need these and they are unnecessary. It would be like going out to buy some crutches right now when you're in fine health. We need to avoid them to make sure that the power of our message isn't lost and people don't assume we are weak or hiding something. So I encourage you to pause and take a breath in if your mind is moving faster than your tongue can keep up with. And as promised, for Valentine's Day, the key is never to hesitate when it comes to love. When you're approaching someone or you're telling them you love them, make sure, like today, you pause, take a breath, and then execute your speech powerfully. I'll be listening with a lot of love, and I wish you well. Over to you.
Thank you for such splendid explanation and encouragement, Shaimenda. So another key team member of tonight's event is our grammarian. And what he does every morning is he mixes this healthy mix of water, apple cider vinegar, a splash of lemon, and a bit of salt. And he says it keeps him strong and healthy, and especially his gut working effectively. So please welcome our grammarian, Roger.
Hello, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. So today, like Ugne said, I'm your grammarian. And the grammarian has two important rules. The first one is he chooses the word of the day. And the second is I'm going to be listening for any creative or interesting use of language. And then I'm going to make some notes and I'll read it back to you just to commend you for such brilliant use of language. So the word for today that I chose is concoction, which is a word I don't hear so often, but I used to hear it a lot in my childhood. And the definition of the word concoction is something such as a food, drink, or medicines prepared or devised by combining different elements, often unusual ingredients. So when I was a child, I would say to my grandmother, "Granny, my stomach is hurting," and she'd say, "Poor baby, let me mix you up one of my special concoctions. And it's not going to taste good, but you're going to feel better." So in terms of the team that Ugne chose of immunity, I thought concoction was a great word to use. So I encourage you all to try to use the word concoction. I'll also be counting how many times you use it. And I'll be listening out for your fine use of the English language. Thank you. Back to you, Ugne.
Thank you, Mr. Grammarian. Also, not only don't forget to use the word concoction, but also to drink the healthy mix in the morning that Roger does. So, as we now have introduced the key team members that are working in the background, we can finally move forward to the first part of the night, which is table topics. So, before I introduce our table topic master, I'd like to say that she keeps her immune system strong with one key mineral, which is iron, which she gets from her green smoothies and juices. Not only she does that, but she also uses an iron supplement to make sure she gets enough of it. So please welcome our table topic master, beautiful Kanisha.
Physical touch makes you healthier. Hugs, massages, and holding hands reduces stress while boosting your immune system. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, today the purpose of the table topics is for me to ask you questions and you'll be given the opportunity to speak impromptu for at least 2 minutes. Okay, so I'll be sharing a screen and then you will be looking at it for about 5 seconds and then you have the opportunity once you have begun speaking to talk on that topic. And the first question goes to Nick. So Nick, I'm not sure what's happening here. Look at that first screen there, Nick. You have 10 seconds. Hold on, I think I'm having a little struggle. All right, not that one, Nick, this one. So you have 10 seconds to look at it and then you're going to sell this book.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Get off your sugar. Now, for that, what I understand is sugar is going to help our immunity, right? And so this sort of concoction is going to help us to really invigorate ourselves. So I love sugar. And look, here's one I made earlier, a concoction of sugar and water and color and all sorts of chemicals, yes, which are going to be so good for my body and my doctor when I go and see them tomorrow. And one of the really good things about sugar is it sounds so good, doesn't it? We refine it. We make it nice. We make it sweet. And then we get addicted. We are addicted to sugar. We have to stop. Sugar affects our bodies, our minds, our teeth, our gums, our gut. And also we have to make sure that we have the healing concoctions to get off the sugar. I want you to put your hands up. How many of you want to get off your sugar right now? Hands up. Well, one of the things that we need to do is to get rid of the sugar. Who's with me? Hands up. Who's with me? Let's get rid of the sugar. Now, I want you to write to your MP. I want you to write to Boris Johnson. I want you to get rid of sugar out of your whole body, get rid of it out of the concoctions. And I'm going to start here right now by getting rid of this sugar. Madam Topic Master.
Thank you, Nick. That was brilliant. So the next question will go to Donald, and Donald is one of our guests. Are you ready, Donald?
Yes.
I hope you're seeing my screen. I'm not sure why it's moving so slow. Okay, there you go.
Right, we've got a book, which is called The Immunity Fix. It's such a great book that I would recommend to everyone. There's a lot of tips on how to stay healthy throughout this COVID time, which I think is quite important for everyone to be aware and to be conscious of the environment that we are experiencing right now. It's something that definitely I would look into because knowing how COVID affects a lot of people, it's so important to stay healthy, take all the vitamins, ensure that you are as positive as you can be, because that affects your immune system a lot. Along with that book, you also get introduced to a wonderful group of people who read that book as well. So you get a power of association of positive people who want to truly move the world and read something great, read something for the benefit of your own health and well-being. So yeah, if I were you, I would definitely grab that book. So thank you.
That was brilliant, Donald. Thank you so much. And the next book will go to Nadim. Nadim, are you ready? This one is pretty simple and easy. Let me see. Nadim?
Hi. Can you hear me?
No, I'm not hearing you, but yes, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, so the topic is immune passport. So yeah, this is your fast track ticket to getting immune from all kinds of infections and bacterias, and it will essentially protect you from any diseases or illnesses out there. So come on board, get yourself an application and get the stamp on it, and hopefully you'll be protected from you know, all the vaccinations that you need, and you get yourself a book and you can go wherever you want in the country, around the world, I'll say. So yeah, let me know what you think, and get your applications in, and we'll see you on board.
We will definitely see you on board, Nadim. That was brilliant. The next book goes to Andrew. Andrew, are you ready for your book? And it's Fix It with Food. Oops. That one is for you, Andrew.
Cool. Okay, cool. So Fix It with Food. If you've had a bad day and you're wondering what to do with your evening, you might have had a stressful day, busy at work, whatever you've been doing, you know, you can fix it with food. If once you get home, take a look in the fridge, and if you've got nothing in there, go to the shops, get some veg in, get some meat, whatever takes your fancy, and you can create a concoction of food which will hopefully ensure that you're immune to any illnesses that are going around at the moment. And not only that, but if you fix it with food, you will also probably fix your mood as well, and that rhymed, which is good. So yeah, you can save the day in various ways by putting some good food together.
I totally agree with you. It will definitely change your mood. The next one goes to Sepehr. Sepehr, are you ready for your book to sell to us?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so I'm coming. That's for you, Sepehr.
Okay. Well, being based in Manchester, maybe it would be relevant to talk about Manchester United's defence over the last few years. It's been pretty poor, but it's starting to strengthen and they're starting to see the results. And I think we can all take a lesson from that. I think if you work hard, I think if you apply yourself, and I think if you learn from your mistakes, then you can improve and you can move in the right direction. I think at the moment, I think if you look around, I think the way that we live our lives, sometimes we live in an unhealthy way. We work too many hours, we drink too much, we eat too much fast food. So we're looking to move forward, learn from our mistakes, improve our immunity, and create the great defense possible by looking at everything around us and becoming more healthy, creating a concoction of vitamins, minerals, exercise, whatever it takes to become the best that we can be and to build up a defense against things like coronavirus.
Thank you so much. That was brilliant. So we have a few books to go, and we all need to learn about our immune system today. So the next one will go to Mo. The next book goes to Mo. No?
Good evening, everybody. I'm going to start with a little story. I used to eat lots of food, try everything. I spoke to my mom, and she told me about the concoction way to organize something very healthy. All the ingredients together. You want to know what happened? Absolutely amazing. I got, what do you think I put in it? Try to think something really good. So we've got almonds, walnuts, herbs, we put dates, and I put figs, all mixed up together. Concoction, a very good concoction to create something absolutely amazing. What is the result? Don't need vitamins because it has got full of vitamins. It has got the calcium that you need for your body, and it was absolutely amazing. Eating healthy, it's the best way to move forward. Everybody wants to be healthy in here, isn't it? But I'm telling you, if you want to find the right way, in this book, you find fantastic recipes to keep you away from unhealthy food. And I'm telling you, if you buy this book, you will never regret it. Waiting for you to send me the email, and we will send you the book right to your house. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Go for it.
That was really lovely. And of course, we still have a few more books on the shelf to sell. And this one will go to Vaclav. So Vaclav, are you ready to sell your book?
Sorry, I'm speaker tonight.
Oh, you are?
Speaker.
I'm sorry. Nick Rimmer. Sorry, that should be Nick Rimmer. Sorry, guys, just having some technical difficulties here. Murphy's Law, what can go wrong will go wrong at the worst possible time. Okay. All right, here we go. Yes, Nick Reamer, this one belongs to you. This is your book.
Okay, so I recently picked this book. Given everything that's going on in the world, I thought it was quite apparent. Viruses, pandemics, and immunity. It gives the guidance, kind of techniques and tips on how to gain immunity, avoid viruses, and hopefully put ends to the pandemic that's currently going on in the world at the moment. Like many of the things that we've just heard before, it talks around various old standing concoctions that are pulled together to help fight the viruses, fend them off, keep you immune. It teaches various practices, not just from food and water, but also enjoyment and putting your body in a much better place, which all little things have a snowball effect and enable you to fend off all the viruses and keep you immune. It's a great read and I can highly recommend it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nick. That was indeed fabulous, and I would buy your book right now. The next person, Colette, are you ready? Would you like to try, Colette?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, sure. So let me look up your book. I have 2 more persons. Can I get the opportunity to do 2 more persons? 2 guests, Colette and Ibrahim.
I can give a try. This is Uma.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll ask for permission for that 3rd person. Let me hurry on.
You have 2 more, time for 2 more. Can you check?
Okay, only time for 2 more. Okay. That one goes to Colette.
Madam Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests, Immunity, it's a fantastic book. I cannot recommend it enough because it will help you become immune to, you know, that withdrawal symptom that you get when you haven't been to a Toastmaster meeting. It's just terrible. So you need to drink a concoction of lemons, limes and garlic. Just put them all into a pot with a drop of water and heat it up. Let it boil, simmer, go cool, drink it. I'm telling you, you will just be tickety-boo when you've missed a meeting. You will get over that stress, you know, that feeling when you've missed a meeting and you go, oh, I didn't make the meeting. This will help you. It will help you with those symptoms. This book is really cheap. It's only €4 and you can get it at a special price of €3. Why? Because you're a Toastmaster. It's written for Toastmasters. It's written by Toastmasters. Immunity. Buy it today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Colette. That was lovely. And our last topic question will go to Ibrahim. And it is viral BS. Ibrahim.
Jolly good evening, fellow Toastmasters and fellow guests as well. I have your screen again, Kanasha? Oh, great. Viral BS, medical myth, why do we fall for them? Come to think of this coronavirus, in as much as so many people, especially in this part of the world, were in denial, whether it's real or imaginary. Now that it's real, and so many people far and near are now contracting the coronavirus, makes it real. But is it a myth? It's left to you and I to judge. In my own opinion, I would rather say it's real. But not to worry, with a good concoction of lemon, ginger, garlic, as you normally have it here. But I would rather prefer you have it hot. I mean hot. It's going to clear that viral load from the throat to the stomach. Everything will just go right now and then. Again, I recommend a good concoction. I mean concoction in the right percentage, certain percentage of lemon, an adequate percentage of lime, ginger, garlic mixed with hot water. You will find the coronavirus out of your way. Not only coronavirus, but any other related diseases whatsoever, name them. That concoction will do the magic. Over to you, the Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. And that's the end of our Toastmasters table topics question. Good job, everyone. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster today.
Thank you so much, Kanesha. What an improvisation session. We had 9 speakers, and now we have to find out whether all of them have qualified. So please, Elena, let us know the timings.
Thank you, both. So we had amazing 9 speakers tonight. Almost everyone qualified. There are 2 people that weren't able to reach the time. Nadim with 50 seconds and Andrew with 55 seconds. All the rest fell in between the very comfortable zone between 1 and 2 minutes. So Nick had 1:49, Paul 1:27, Sifine 1:17, Mo 1:22, Nick Riemer 1:28, Colette 1:10, and finally Ibrahim 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elena. And now I'd like to ask our Zoom Master Michelle, is the poll ready to launch now? And we'll vote for the best table topic speaker of the night.
Nearly 1 second.
All right. So now, as we wait until Michelle's gonna make adjustments for the poll, I'd like to chat with Kamal. Kamal, let us know, what do you do to improve your immune system, to keep it powerful?
To improve my immune system, I try to exercise and keep exercising. So if you improve your immune system, any virus circulating in your body, your immune system gonna catch it and destroy it. So this is gonna happen if you exercise. So you should exercise in the morning, in the night, in the afternoon, whenever you find time. Keep exercising. Run if you can run. Walk if you can walk. Move if you can move. Just keep exercising and drink a lot of water.
Great advice, Kamal. I had a feeling that you have something special there for us. So may I ask Michelle, is the poll ready now? If not, there's never enough of advice on immunity. Oh, here we go. Please vote for the best table topic speaker of tonight. And give me thumbs up if you have voted. We're halfway, people. I know it's a tough one. We had a lot of good speakers. I think we're ready to end the poll now, and we have a winner. But we'll have to wait until awards to know who is the winner of the table topic session. So now the first part is over. We are moving to the second part with his prepared speeches. The first speaker says, you'll see on him, he does a morning gratitude to keep his immune system healthy. And I dug deeper, and this morning gratitude releases the hormones in our body and regulates blood pressure and many more health benefits. So we have Ilya Pavlovsky speaking on the project of planning and implementing with the topic birthday. So please all welcome Ilya Pavlovsky.
Hello, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Have any of the men in our club feel precious of asking someone to marry them? Ladies, you don't know how scary it is for men to do this right. You're all so different. So my intentions was there. I want to ask married, but how, when, and where? So I start ringing all my friends who got married. Most of them said, oh, I never asked, we just got married. And some of them been on exotic holidays. Maldives, wow. Australia, ooh, that far. But one of my friends took it to see grandmother in Austria and give her a ring of his grandmother ring. How romantic is that? Oh, ring. How the hell I'm gonna get her ring the right size? I don't know, there's a sizes there? Or is it one fit for all? Need some good planning about it. So, my first plan was get the ring and then find where. So one of my friends was suggestion, if you don't know where to go, just go to Paris. It's cheesy, it's romantic. I thought about it. Ladies in our club, please raise your hands. If it's, for instance, your boyfriend will ask you to take for a weekend to Paris, would you think it's a, I think he's gonna ask me to get married? Especially when my fiance now, she's an investigator by the day. She will smell it. So the idea was, so I found where to do in Paris. But her birthday we celebrate twice because on her birthday, we met each other on her birthday party. So we're gonna celebrate our anniversary. So my idea was to give her a present to go on holidays, but not tell her where we're going. It's a surprise. And we have tradition now every year to give a little padlock every year and hang it somewhere. So I thought, so what I would do, I would just fly to Paris with her. She only will find out on the day. And then says, well, I decided to go for our anniversary. And we just put the padlock. And I thought, when I'm gonna put the padlock, then I will ask her, marry me on that famous Paris bridge. So the idea was there, plan was there. So I need to sort the budget. How much will be cost? Ring. Ring again, ring. Oh, I don't know the size. That was a tricky one. So she likes wearing the rings. I found it, left to right. I didn't know there's different sizes left to right. So she's wearing on the right hand or left hand. I can't remember. Anyway, I took one of her rings that fits her, put on my finger, and just mark it up with the permanent marker around the circle. Sneakily ran to the jewelry shop and asked them for the measurement. So I've measured. I knew the size. I was so happy. So then what type of ring? I didn't know. Because one of my friends, she said to me, well, do you know what type rings she likes? Well, I thought, well, it's obviously just engagement ring. No. She might not like it. Oh my God. So I start sneakily speak to her friends, not sneakily, but just asking, it's like, and making a compliment. Oh, it's a nice ring. And one of her friends said, when I made a comment, actually, Catherine quite liked that ring. It's from my mother. When I've looked at it, did the picture on the phone, that's it. Sorted. Engagement ring sorted. Holiday sorted. Everything sorted. I'm ready. So when the time was coming, Catherine got pregnant. I don't know, girls, whether you've been pregnant or not. When the pregnancy comes, fingers go a bit bigger, slightly. I don't know what it is, water or something. So I was like, oh my God, the ring is not gonna fit. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So here we are. On Thursday, I give her presents, a holidays for two. She was not very happy with me because she always wanted to know, where are we going? Where are we going? All 2 weeks she was asking me, where are we going? Until we arrived at the airport. It was tricky as well because she was 6 months pregnant. Luckily, they let us go on the airplane. My heart was beeping. The Paris was so beautiful. But when we arrived to Paris, I only realized that there is no more bridge, or you're not allowed to put on the bridge any padlocks. Where to put? So we spent all day in Paris. I was hoping to do it on the first day, but I couldn't. I didn't know where to do. And how? Again, I was stuck. But surprisingly, the hotel where we stayed in Paris, the next to it was the wall of love, where it was all different languages around the world says, I love you. So that morning, that moment, I realized that's going to be it. So in the morning, I've asked her, oh, look at this park next to our hotel. Shall we go and have a look? What it is? And when we come, she started doing the pictures. I said, shall we put the padlock in here? And that was a moment. Me, with the ring, I didn't stay there for long. 5 seconds, she said yes, and I jumped. I was happy. And wedding is coming soon. And you're all invited. Thank you, Toastmaster.
What a speech. Thank you for the invitation, Ilya. And thank you for sharing a personal moment of your life. And I'd all invite you now to have a look into the chat because Ilya wants to improve in his public speaking. So we need to give him some feedback. Please, Ilya, could we have a minute on the clock and everybody click on the form and leave some feedback for Ilya.
Is he?
This was 1 minute.
All right, thank you, Elena. Please, everyone, finish up the feedback form and we'll move on to the second speaker. So I'd like to ask you for attention now because we have a second special speaker. She says she keeps herself very healthy by doing 2 simple things: good sleep, 7 or 8 hours every single day, and vitamin D and calcium. Ellen, the second speaker, she's doing the project of make connections through networking. And please welcome Ellen with the topic of her speech, bearings.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ellen. Since I finished the edition of the book of Manchester Communicator before Christmas, I'll be thinking of the value and importance of human connection, relationships. As you know, developing an effective relationship is essential for achievement and success. But how to do that? You may know a math concept called bearings. What are bearings? Imagine there are 2 points. One point is on a ship in the ocean. The other point is at a lighthouse on the coast. If you have a compass in hand and stand at the point of the lighthouse, you can measure the bearing of the ship in a clockwise way from the north direction. Of course, you can also measure the bearing of the lighthouse from the ship. These 2 bearings are different, but they have a connection. Yes, 180 degrees differences. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, there's a philosophical meaning of life behind the concept of bearing. We call it perceptual positions, which is much useful for relationship management. Perceptual position is stepping outside your own position and explore other angles to see and understand the situations. It's one of the empathetic ability. People with empathy also have the ability to put themselves into others' situation. It's very easy to support your own point of view. After all, it's yours. But taking time to look at the situations from other people's perspective, from others' point, from others' point to look at the situation. Lost. Taking time to look at the situations from others' point to it will enhance your opportunity for success and expand your thinking and awareness and help to develop a stronger relationships. You may have heard this expression: before you criticize others, walk a mile in their shoes. There's a story about a teacher and her students. One day, this teacher gave her student a quiz, 20 quiz questions. A student missed 18, but the teacher put +2 on his papers and a big smiling face. After After that, the student walked to the teacher and asked, "Ma'am, is this an F?" "Yes." "But why did you put this big smile face on it?" "Because you are on the roll. You got 2 right, and you didn't miss them all." After that, the teacher asked the student, "When we review this, won't you do better?" "Yes, ma'am, I can do better." You see, minus 18 might ruin the life of the student, but plus 2 just said, "I'm not all that bad." The relationship between the teacher and the student became stronger. It's just like what George Washington Carver said. All learning is understanding relationships. It's the same in our public speaking learning. When you deliver a public speech, it's a process to understand the connection between you and the audience. Here, perception position is still works. Position 1 is your position, looking through your own eyes. What do you want to talk about? Choose the topic and opinion to express and support. Here, this project is most about verbal communication. Position 2 is the position of the audience. Once you put yourself in the audience position, you need to think about what they would like to see, to hear, and to feel. Once you put yourself in this position, you need to think these things. And if your speaking can grab their attention, cause their interest, and evoke their thinking, I should say, congratulations. You have set up a great relationship with the audience. The third position is the position of the third party. Fly on the wall to look down on the scene. It matters the communicator. The footage you received after each meeting, let you have a chance to look back at your own speech delivery. I believe the more you understand the relationship, the better you will do in public speaking. And there's a little tip. It must be useful to make a concoction of understanding. Thank you. Back to Ugne.
Thank you so much, Ellen. Let me just remind all of you that it is a friendly environment. And we are now gonna leave some feedback for Ellen. I post the 4-minute chat again, and as our president reminded us, it's 1.5 minutes for the form because we love feedback and we love improvement. So please, everyone, just click on a form and submit this short and sweet form. Elena, please let me know when the time is over. Give me some thumbs up if you have filmed the form.
This was 1.5 minutes. The time is up.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you. So it's time to move on to the third speaker of tonight. And tonight is going to be very special and very memorable for Vaclav because it's his first icebreaker speech. Vaclav says to keep his immune system healthy, running small distance twice a week, it's brilliant. I'd add from my perspective, as a runner, running 5 times a week wouldn't harm as well. So Vaclav and his icebreaker with the topic, I have a dream. Welcome, Vaclav.
Tonight, I'm on Ward 11, General Surgery, Manchester Royal Infirmary. I'm wearing my green, pale, freshly ironed uniform and work as care support worker. At the same time, I'm Toastmaster, competent communicator, and I feel good. But that was not my dream. Stay with me and I'm going to tell you what is my dream. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and most welcome friends. 22 years ago, when I left secondary school, I decided to become a plumber because plumbing is a lucrative job with potential growth. I was really struggling. My skills as plumber wasn't good. My pipes was leaking, and my boss told me, Vaclav, sweep the floor instead. I hate plumbing because my apprenticeship leader didn't treat me well. But that was not my dream. My friend suggested become a security worker. As security worker, I was looking for industrial company against metal scrap thieves. I didn't like commuting this job, but the job was good because I earned some money, and on this job I learned how to talk to people. But that was not my dream. When I came to United Kingdom, my first job was kitchen porter. I was working as kitchen porter, and I liked this job because I had opportunity to develop my English and communication skills. On the other hand, I didn't like my manager Vincenzo, Italian, quick-tempered guy who was always behind my back and told me off so often. Probably you guessed that was not my dream. After time, I found a new job. I worked in Warrington for Marks and Spencer company. I was folding clothes. It was emergency job when I came to Northwest. Negative about this job, it was I was paid weekly, and positive, I learned how to cooperate with more than 10 nationalities. That job was very close to my dream. My next job, I work as a care assistant for Catholic care home in Warrington. I care for vulnerable people with care and dramatically improve their quality of their life. I learned a lot about myself, how much my blood hold, and how to feel in charge effectively. My takeaway from the job, it was how to treat people with dignity and care and time management. That job was close to my dream. Probably you are wondering, what is my dream? My dream is to work for police as police community support officer. Role of police community support officer is reduced crime, fear, and antisocial behavior in the community. I like this job because I want to help people and serve the public. I'm sure working many years doing job like kitchen porter, warehouse worker, security worker, care support worker, I'm confident now. I think I can make most impact around people around me. Being Toastmaster is helping me to improve my social skills and my communication skills. Now I'm on Ward 11, General Surgery, Manchester Infirmary. I'm wearing my nice, freshly ironed pale uniform, and now you know what is my dream. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Give a round of applause for Vaclav's first speech. Thank you so much for taking us through your career, Vaclav, and telling us about your dream. So I'd encourage you all again to fill in the form for Vaclav and give him some feedback for the next speech. So it is stronger, it's more powerful, and from the heart. Elena, we have 1.5 minutes on the clock. Vaclav, would you just tell us, how do you feel after your first icebreaker? Can you hear me, Vaclav?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How do you feel?
I feel good, but usually in the morning, before my speeches, I treat myself with English breakfast and a cup of tea. And today morning, I slept a bit longer, and I wake up for my lunch.
Okay.
But my wife, she made it my English breakfast later on.
That's all right. Did you go for running at all?
Today,
Sorry?
not today, because I was really busy, because I'm still not well, because I'm on sick leave.
All right. All right. Well, you should collect some great tips here to strengthen your immune system. So,
paracetamol will cure everything.
All right. We wish you strength. We wish you health, and we hope that you're going to get well soon. And congratulations again on your first icebreaker. Thank you, Elena. So now we're moving on to the fourth speaker. And we have a man who does a mindfulness meditation to keep himself very mentally strong. Plus, he takes probiotic for a good bacteria in his stomach. For those of you who don't know who is a probiotic and haven't heard about it, I really recommend it because I do it myself as well. Now we have a speech with the name The Cookie Jar. Please, everybody, welcome Fourth speaker, Joseph Oldham.
Thank you, Ugne. Good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Tonight, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce you to a concept that I came across about 18 months ago, and it pretty much changed my life. Does anybody here know of a man called David Goggins? Has anybody heard of him? Can I have a quick show of hands, please? No? Okay. Well, for those of you who've never heard of David Goggins, he's a former Navy SEAL. He tried out for the SEAL team on 3 separate occasions. He's also ran countless ultra marathons, and he is the former world record holder for the most number of pull-ups in a 24-hour period, with 4,030. Now, I'm here to tell you about his book. It's called Can't Hurt Me. Now, in this book, Goggins talks about the many, many challenges that he faced during his life. He talks about the difficulties that he had and the techniques that he used to overcome those difficulties and be a success. One of the concepts that he talks about in this book is the cookie jar. And we first come across the cookie jar when Goggins is running the San Diego One Day. Sounds idyllic. It's anything but. The San Diego One Day, ladies and gentlemen, is a 24-hour ultra marathon where you have to run 100 miles in that time period for you to have completed the course. It sounds insane, but then again, when you read the book, so many of the things that Goggins does come across that way. The fact that Goggins did this on 3 days' notice with little to no preparation is even more astounding. What makes it even more incredible is the fact that originally Goggins had planned to enter the Badwater 135 race, which is, of all ultramarathons, the worst ultramarathon. Obviously, the Badwater 135 is 135 miles. And when Goggins rang the gentleman who organizes that course and organizes the event to ask him if he could enter it, the gentleman on the other end of the line said to him, "We've got a 100-mile race coming up soon. I'll tell you what, why don't you just put your name down for that? Prove to me you can run 100 miles and come back to me and see how you do." So Goggins did. He took him on. Cut to the race. And Goggins is around about 70, late 70s, maybe early 80s in terms of laps. And he starts to doubt himself. He can't get out of his head. His legs, his limbs, his feet are failing him. His bodily functions, he's losing control of. He is bleeding profusely from so many different parts of his body. And he starts to say to himself, why? Why did you do this? What were you thinking? You're unprepared. How can you possibly manage to do this? Why would you even accept this kind of challenge? My body hurts so much. What am I going to do? To get over that, he reaches down and he pulls up a memory of an achievement, something that he's done in the past that he is proud of. And he visualizes that and he envelops himself in those emotions. And those emotions and those feelings, they block out the pain for another few more laps. And then when the pain gets too much more, Goggins dips down again, pulls out another one and carries on doing it. He called that his cookie jar. It got him through and he managed to complete the race. He had to go to hospital afterwards and he was a physical wreck, but it got him over the line. Now, at the end of every chapter, Goggins gives the reader a challenge. So for this specific one, it was come up with your own cookie jar. And I took that on. I sat down and I drafted out my own version of my cookie jar. And in my cookie jar are the things that mean a lot to me, the things that I am most proud of. So the first time I won a table topic, and when Digital Communicators started a website, I took a screenshot of it. There's so many other things in there. My partner, a love letter that she wrote me when she came home from a night out with the girls and she'd had a bit too much to drink. But my challenge to you is to start your own cookie jar. Sit down at some point this week, give it an hour, and write out those great achievements, those things that have made you the most proud. Write them out, take a photo, write it down, take a recording. It's your cookie jar, it's your concoction. However you want to do it, it's yours, but keep it close to you. And then when things get too much for you, you reach down and you pull one out and you remind yourself. And I want to leave you with a quote from this book with regards to this. And the quote goes like this: "The engine in a rocket ship does not fire without a small spark first. We all need small sparks, small accomplishments in our lives to fuel the big ones. Think of your small accomplishments as kindling." Ladies and gentlemen, set off some of your own rockets. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joe. Coming from David Goggins and approved by our respected Toastmasters member, Joseph Oldham, everyone, I encourage you to do what Joseph just told you about. Thank you so much for this speech. So now, this is the end of prepared speeches. I know we had 4 speeches. So I'd love to have Elena to report the timings.
Should we have a feedback form? Sorry, with me.
Woo, sorry. Oh, President, thank you so much. Oh, maybe I just unconsciously think that Joseph was just so good he doesn't need a feedback form, but he does. We all have spaces to improve, so, and spaces to be praised of. So please, everyone, log into a feedback form, and can we have 1.5 minutes on the clock?
Yes, that was time.
Thank you, Elena. So could we hear the report of timings now?
Yes, I'm happy to announce that everyone qualifies and they did an amazing job fitting in the time. Ilya was 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Ellen was 7 minutes, 21 seconds. Vaclav was 5 minutes and 11 seconds, and Joseph was 6 minutes and 36 seconds.
Well, look at you all speakers, you all qualified. So now, Michelle, are we ready to launch the poll to vote for the best speaker of the night? It is getting intense in here. All right, so we have the results. And now we are moving on to the third part of the event, evaluations. So, as we believe in here, an average person learns from his own mistakes, but a wise person learns from own mistakes, from others' mistakes and feedback. So now I encourage you all to listen for the feedback that we have. So first evaluator tonight is Pam. She loves Pilates and she thinks that it makes her fit and healthy. As well, alongside Pilates, she takes a vitamin C, which is a must for her. Now, please all welcome table topic evaluator Pam Rowley. Give a round of applause.
Thank you, Ugne. So we had some great table topics tonight. We started with Nick Lacani, who set the bar high and gave a great example of a good table topic. He used the title, which reminded everybody of what he was talking about, used his drink as a prop, which is always useful. His sound was breaking up slightly, but that is me just looking for something to find because there was nothing else really I could give a recommendation on. He also used the power of three, which I think is useful when you're speaking, and got the audience involved. Then we had Paul. Paul did a great job. He made the topic relatable to things that are happening at the moment. Great use of pauses. And he also used the power of three. The power of three is a rhetorical device that helps to drag the listener in and understand what's going on. I did notice Paul was swaying a little bit from side to side, so maybe that's something to think about, Paul, but a great start and a great ending to your table topic. Then we had Nadine, who started with a lovely smile and encouraged everybody to listen to her that way. Again, she got the audience involved. She was looking off to one side a little bit, that can be distracting, so maybe that's something to think about. But I like the way she finished with, let me know what you think. A great way, again, to get people involved and listening. Then we had Andrew. Again, he kept returning to the title, so really involved and listened to the table topic. He was a little bit short of time, so again, there's an opportunity to maybe think about using a rhetorical device such as the power of three. So if you keep the idea in the mind that you want to bring up three topics, but again, a great table topic. Then we had Sepehr, who took his time and paused, made it relevant to the table topic, made it relevant, I think, bringing football in, but I'm not sure about Manchester United, so it may or may not have been relevant, but again, gave some great examples. His camera position, he was leaning forward quite a bit and looking down the camera, so maybe that's something you want to consider, but a great table topic with a great start and great finish. We then had Mo, who greeted everybody. That's a really good technique on table topics because it gives you time to think about what you're going to say. And then he told us he was going to tell us a story, which again, buys a little bit of time. But again, Mo was looking down the camera a little bit at us, so maybe that's something to consider. But he was very convincing, and if that book was for sale, I think I'd be buying it right now. Then we had Nick. Nick sounded confident, but again, he was rocking backwards and forwards a little bit. That makes you look nervous, even though you sounded confident. So maybe consider your position on the camera and planting your feet on the floor. But he ended really well with, I can highly recommend this book. Again, another one that I'd be buying if it was up for sale. Then Colette. Again, Colette started really well with greeting everybody, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Gets everybody's attention, and also as a table topic, gives you time to have a little think about what you're going to say. She stuck with the topic, made it really relevant, and mentioned things that we can all relate to. I think Colette could apply for a job on QVC. The only recommendation I could make, it's not happening now, but at the time the light was shining on your glasses, which was maybe slightly distracting, but a great table topic. And then we had Ibrahim, who again greeted everybody, bought himself a little bit of time to think about it, asked to see the screen again when he was a little bit unclear about what he was going to say. He was a little bit echoey for me, but I don't know if that's my machine or his sound, but he was slow and steady, counted things off on his fingers, which again gets people listening and looking at what's going on, and finished with that concoction will work the magic. It was something that I wanted to try, whether it existed or not. So great table topics. Well done, everybody. And back to you, Ugne.
Thank you so much, our table topic evaluator, Pam. So now we're moving on to the evaluations of speeches. The first evaluator, to keep his immune system strong, has a power hour every morning. And that is either reading a book for his mental health or exercising for his physical health. It is as simple as that. So please all welcome our first evaluator, Stephen.
Thanks, Ugne. So Ilya shared with us a story about an extremely important moment of his life. And he started the speech with an attention-grabbing rhetorical question about men's fear to propose. And this was unexpected and instantly drew us in. Ilya then went on to a fascinating story about the journey to proposing to his wife and the many, many obstacles in between. The pacing of the story was great, with lots of slow pauses and gaps, which built up the tension. And I particularly liked his use of body language, especially the hands, where he used them to describe the size of the ring, the padlock, and the pregnant wife's fingers and the predicament of not getting the ring on. It did cement a great image in our minds that added to the story. And the concoction of vivid words, body language, and the slow build-up combined to make a very thrilling, tense, and humorous story. Maybe there was a bit of rubbing of the hands in the middle to show you a bit nervous, and you lost a bit of energy in the middle, but this returned to the thrilling climax, where your pregnant wife is finally allowed into Paris, and you described the moment in great detail, again full of body language, and we all felt the moment of elation. And I was hooked throughout. So thanks for the invite. It was a great story. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. So moving on to our second evaluator of the speech. His advice couldn't be simpler, but more powerful. He says, drinking plenty of water in the morning to rehydrate his body. I think that is something we all should do. So please welcome our second evaluator for his speech, Ola. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I believe Ellen's speech was so captivating. And the most important part of it, which we all enjoyed or could learn from, was ability to be able to recover from the breaks in between. And I need to tell you all, that is a brave action done by Ellen in moving forward during those breaks in transition. She was also able to make us understand the importance of women connection and relationship while communicating, based on our objective of attending an event whereby she was involved in designing the Manchester Communicators Xmas book, which had so many details and lots for her to learn from. It was obvious her hand gestures were well articulated. At different intervals, we could see how she was able to demonstrate moving her hands around. She also engaged us with good eye contact all through while giving the speech. And definitely, the vocal variety during expression of the speech was outspoken when she was giving description of the teacher and the student. And definitely, I believe we are able to differentiate the two. Great, Ellen, I would like to challenge you and recommend at intervals you should try to practice the speech often and often using the best techniques that tend to suit you. Definitely, both of us are not basically English background speakers, but perspective and words like that could always scuff in between on our tongues. But no crime in continuing the way you did it. And I love the humor you introduced to it, which was great. As I said, practice more often. Take pauses as been recommended by the grammarian at the start of the meeting, which will really help you to improve gradually at different instances. And that will definitely help the better delivery of your speech. Fellow Toastmasters, join me to congratulate Ellen for fulfilling the objective of our motivational strategy and meeting the time expected. Ellen, congratulations and kudos on your recovery style, which is applaudable. Fellow Toastmaster, join me to applaud that, please. Thank you. Over to you, Tabletop Toastmaster of the day.
Yes. Thank you, Ola. What an energy. You always bring such great energy. Is that the water that you drink in the morning? All right, so moving on to the third evaluator of this speech, which is nearly fruitarian. He eats loads of fruit and vegetables and says that this is the secret of keeping himself healthy. Welcome, the third evaluator of a speech, Julian.
What a concoction of histories our third speaker, Vaclav, brought to us. Beautiful, from the very first moment, even before that, the title, I Have a Dream, straight away made us thinking, what is he gonna talk about? He was very engaging from the start, using the background, the uniform. He also drew our attention with his peculiar way of speaking, with short sentences. And have you seen his face? Didn't change at all during his speech. There were a lot of jokes there, but he was delivering there very serious, which I think worked very well. Now, very good stuff there. You can see that despite of being the first speech, the icebreaker, where he has to present himself to the audience, and he did it, Vaclav is not new on Toastmasters. Absolutely no. There were a lot of things there that show his confidence. However, I would like to say or mention a couple of things that I believe could help him to improve on the next occasion. The first of them is the camera position. If he managed to increase or raise the camera position and speak at eye level, I think it's going to have a bigger impact on his message and in the audience. Also, the background. I know that it's tempting to use background all the time, but as you could see, he was merging with the background at times. He was moving the hands and we could not see them. So maybe think about other ideas, how to share your ideas or your slides without having to use a background. I think, Vaclav, you have done a really good job today, and you are a clear example of what we can do to become a really good speaker and what we can achieve by following our dreams. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Julian. So we have the last evaluator left, evaluating the fourth speech. And he says that the secret of his healthy life is miracle mornings. What is miracle mornings? He does that with his company Arbonne. He meditates, he writes his gratitude, and he reads, and he shares his experiences with fellow co-workers. So please welcome our fourth evaluator of a speech, Sep. Sep, please unmute yourself.
My apologies. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you for joining this evening. I will be evaluating Joseph. Joseph, wonderful opening, engaging, saying how many of you know David. I thought that was a wonderful opening. Great camera positioning and really good background. Excellent use of props, telling us quotes from the book. Really good use of tone to your voice, particularly the point where the runner was having all these negative thoughts, saying, what did I do? And that tone of voice really got us engaged. But then David turned it all around, of course, using the cookie jar. I thought that was excellent. Another thing that I really liked about your speech, another thing that it was amazing, it was you made it personal by telling us what is your cookie jar. It made us all thinking, how do I use my cooking jar whenever I am in positions like David? The only thing I can think you could work on is the positioning in the camera. So sorry, your positioning. I think that it will be amazing if you could be a little bit more in the middle of the screen. But overall, fantastic speech, very, very inspiring. With a really good ending as well. It will encourage, very encouraging, and you're to set up off your own rocket, encouraging us to set up off our own rockets. Thank you very much. Back to you, Ms. Toastmaster.
Well done, Sep. What a great energy. Who could have thought that Sep's evaluation is one of his first ones? Congratulations, you did a really good job. So now, what's now as we finished the part of evaluations? Now we're gonna have our lovely Elena to let us know if everybody qualified with their timing.
Thank you, Ugne. Indeed, every evaluator qualifies for the prize tonight. Pam spoke for 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Steven spoke for 1 minute and 23 seconds. Ola was at 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Julian was at 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and Sep was at 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Thank you so much, Elena. So now, could we have a poll to vote for the best speaker of the night? Is it a table topic evaluator? Is it the speaker evaluator? Who is it going to be tonight? Oh, it's running intense. Everybody did a splendid job tonight, so it's going to be a tough one. All right, we are nearly done. So we end the poll, and this is the end of the meeting. And now, nearly the end of the meeting, sorry, we had a great concoction of impromptu speaking, of prepared speeches, of evaluations. And now we have to have a report on how we did tonight. So I'd like to invite our A counter, Shamenda, to give us a report on his role. Please all welcome Shamenda.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. I'm sure, like everybody, I was listening attentively this evening. All I can say is we have a lot of losers in the house, a lot of people who got 0 on the crutch words and our counters because they are losers since they gave me no work. We have 6 people tied for 5th place. All of these 6 people got 1 filler word. And most commonly that was and but predominantly. The 6 were Stephen, Vaclav, Ellen, Nick, Pei, and Ugne. Special well done to Ugne, as you've spoken so much this evening to only get 1. 4th place, coming in with 10 filler words, we have Andrew. Well done there, Andrew. It's your first time with us. Good on you for taking up the table topic. You could have spoken more. Look forward to hearing more from you in the future. 3rd place with 11, we have Donald. Good for stepping up, Donald. You were very persuasive. Really enjoyed your table topic. Keep coming. relax next time, and you will get us to do exactly what you want us to do. In second place with 15, we have Nadim. Keep coming as well. And of course, our runaway winner with 16 filler words, we have Sefin. Remember to pause when you switch topics. I think, Sefin, you took us on quite the journey, and each time you transitioned, they came out a bit more. But all of the content this evening was fantastic. There were a few hesitations from people which didn't register. We had Roger in the beginning with Ov. We had Nick with the sugar. He kind of got away with it with a pause. Colette with the special price. There was a slight hesitation there. Mo with the herbs, extending that word. Ellen, of course, with perspectives and process. Ilya, when switching and letting us know about inviting his wife for the birthday and anniversary. And Ugne, when introducing Ilya, there was a lot of hesitation there. The power of 3 was mentioned by Pam. Ensure you take that on board. Pause and persevere or persist. A nice little power of 3 for Valentine's Day. Well done.
Thank you so much, Shaminda, for your report. What great energy and great laughter. So now we're moving on to the grammarian. So Roger, the stage is yours.
Fellow Toastmasters, I am a very happy grammarian tonight because there was so much use of this word concoction. I think I chose the right word there for you guys. I think you enjoyed using it. Nick used it 3 times, as well as Abraham. He used it 3 times as well, and Mo. All 2 guest speakers managed to use the word 3 times. Then we had Donald, who used it once, Andrew, Sefin, Nick, Rimmer, Colette, Ellen, Pam, and Julian. All used the words of the day. That's a great result there. So well done to you all for that. And now moving on swiftly, I'm going to read out some of the lovely quotes that I heard from you that sort of rung a bell with me. And I'll start off with Kenisha, who says that physical touch makes you healthier. And I can just imagine Kenisha in Jamaica with a free hug sign held up, offering free hugs to people. Then we had, Nick said to write to your MPs, and I just added for the sugar pandemic in the end there. He didn't say that, but I thought it was quite funny. Then Donald, he said, be as positive as you can. It affects your immunity. Being as positive as you can affects your immunity. I thought that was quite interesting and quite true, actually. Andrew said, fix it with food and fix your mood. Nice play on words there. And Mo, eating healthy is the best way to move forward. And we had Nick Rimmer, who used the expression old standing concoctions. I thought, he really polished the use of my word of the day there. So well done to you, Nick. And Colette, I liked how she spoke about a cure for Toastmaster withdrawal symptoms, which I'm sure we're all familiar with. And then she also said, made by Toastmasters for Toastmasters. So great sort of sales pitch you used there. I think I'd buy your book. And Abraham, concoctions at the right percentage. And I'm running out of time. I will just say I liked Vaclav when he said how to treat people with dignity and care and help, and he wants to help people and serve the public. I thought that was a great sentiment there from Vaclav. So thank you. I have a few more, but I'm out of time. So back to you, Mrs. Toastmaster.
Thank you, grammarian Roger, and thank you for staying on time, which is really important. So now, before we move to our grand general evaluation, I'd love to thank our greeter as well, who was talking and chatting with you. And I'd like to introduce her advice for the health tip. So she says, running regularly is a #1 solution. So that's another tip for you to note down. And there is another key member that was working in the background. is our Zoom master, Michelle, who was launching these polls. And she says, morning walks in a woodland for physical activity, and maybe listening to podcasts, maybe listening to uplifting music, or having a great conversation with a friend. And that is her simple advice, which I hope you also note down. And now we have a president evaluating this event, which I couldn't be even more excited. She's been our president for 6 months, and now I would love to hear what she has to say. But first, it's her advice for your health. It's self-affirmation in the morning. Also, talking and receiving support from your loved ones and friends. Simple as that. So Pei, the stage is yours. Please give your general evaluation.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. Me, as the general evaluator, have 6 minutes to walk you through what I've observed our members conducting each role that hasn't been evaluated by the evaluators yet. So first of all, I'd like to start on from the greeter, Iju. Wow, your brilliant smile, your energy was contagious. You were so warming, and you made the guests feel being involved into a new environment, not that this environment wasn't so scary. So well done on that, and good conversation flow. I would like you to think about next time, maybe you can also use this time when you're introducing the guests, what we're doing, maybe sell. Use this time to sell what we're doing. That's one recommendation. But overall, you're amazing. Next, we have 2 roles that seemingly are really, really important in terms of facilitating the event, but they don't speak that much. First is our Zoom master, Michelle, and then there's this timer from Elena. Both roles had to coordinate behind the scenes, make sure all the speaker qualifies, good on time management, very, very pivotal role to make the evening going smooth. Michelle, as Zoom master, I really appreciate it. You took control because you jumped in at 6:28 and then start to announce all the rules about our recording. Disclaimer were given so people know that what to expect. And well done on managing such a great, rather large audience. Elena, my feedback for you, you are wonderful at chipping in at times. I noticed you put on the agenda link. You went the extra mile by sharing the vitamins that you have that fits in with our theme. And overall, timer is very strenuous role, but people don't realize that there's a lot of multitasking behind the scene. So thank you and very well done. You could have reminded people to pin you for timing. So it's a bit hard because sometimes we have too many guests and then you get to the second page where people can't really locate you. So for timer roles, hey, next time. Our Toastmaster, Ugne. Wow. The pressure was on, I think. There's given this night, having so many different faces, you did an exceptionally well done job. You were very organized. You were very familiar with the agenda, and that's how you kept the flow going very naturally. At times, you even had to improvise. For instance, you took charge in terms of when the poll was not ready, you called on somebody else to speak, so people didn't have to feel bored or wait for what's happening next. So kudos to you, Ugne. Got 3 minutes left. Our counter, Shamenda, our counter and grammarian, Roger, these 2 roles are very active listening roles. First, let me talk about Shamenda, the our counter role. He turned a very predictable and at times quite a dry role into something very, very expandable. I like what Shai always does. He always experienced and pushed the role further. He got us immediately on attention grabbing by using, I'm gonna tell you a very important thing about Valentine's, even though Valentine's Day is I believe is our theme for the next meeting, but well done, hey. Never hesitate to tell someone that you love them, and then you weave it in with the not to use take deep breath. It's brilliant. So I enjoyed you and commend you for doing that. Grammarian, Roger, I loved your background and display of words, and it proved to be very, very popular word, but I think it also comes from your personal charm. You have this charisma, so people naturally want to use the word that you propose. So thank you very much for sharing us the explanation of using the word and telling us a story about your childhood with your grandma making a dose for you. So that was that imagery already come into mind, and people remembered they have to use the word. So well done to you. Next is table topic master, Kanisha. I love the TT idea. It is very innovative, you know, trying to get participants that they have to showcase and have to pitch, have to sell pitch, and use their persuasive skills to pretend to sell a book that they don't actually know about. Great efforts to your slides. You had a little bit of technical glitch, but it comes with practice. For me, when I'm showing the awards, I just put on the slideshow mode and then forget about it. So I just need to keep on sharing screen, and don't panic, you're doing well, great job. Love your attentiveness. You used a lot of listening skills. You were very clear explaining, so well done, table topic master. 2 more minutes. I want to say congratulations to all the evaluators who have done evaluation. Pam, you were very attentive, very encouraging. I love that you gave commendation as well as recommendation. You also emphasize the rhetorical device about the power of 3. And I think you have a very good positioning in your camera. The other 3 evaluators, the other 4 evaluators, I've got Stephen, you came across so natural, very fluent. One tip for you is to be aware of where you look in the camera, because you want to promote that connection, eye contact with your audience. I know we tend to have something written in a different screen and then I can see your eyeballs going backwards and forwards. So it's just one thing for you to be aware of. Otherwise, great job. And Ola and Julian, you guys are experienced Toastmaster. I don't really think I need to say too much about you. You guys are so energetic in your tone, very encouragement. Lots of encouragement. Shout out to the speaker and gave them some personal challenges. Very, very involving method, I believe, I think. Okay, the last 20 seconds, I want to dedicate it to Sep. I really like your speech pace. Watch out about the time you're given. Just jump right in. Utilize the time well. Sometimes I do see you are looking above the camera. Maybe you're thinking or you're memorizing what you have to say, but try to keep your eye glued to the camera as much as you can. So that's my feedback for you. But otherwise, congratulations and brilliant job on signing up for evaluation row. Oh, it's red. Perfect. That goes for the finishing of my general evaluation feedback. And as the president, I'd like to all of you to give Ugne and her team another round of applause for giving us such a smooth sailing evening and wonderful topic theme. Okay, let me call on a few guests who didn't have any chance to speak. Let's see. I can see some members. I can see some guests. Let me call on some guests first. Members, please bear with me. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Are you from Canada? Or
yes.
How are you?
I'm from Ottawa, Canada. I'm a member of Los Amigos Toastmasters, which is Canada's only Spanish-speaking club, which and I had the chance to meet Julian, and that's why I'm a guest at your club today. I'm very, very impressive to have 4 speeches. Well done.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. What is your tip for keeping your immune system up to standards?
Eat well. Don't eat junk food.
Very not cut down the sugar level.
That's one of the good things about COVID. I actually find I'm eating out less and I'm eating better.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, and welcome you to Manchester Communicators. I know I've seen you in Digital Communicators, but you're most welcome to come here. Moving on, can I call new guest, Nadine? Well done on your table topics, by the way, Nadine. How do you feel how do you find the session so far?
Hi there. Yeah, thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk. It was something new. I've never done anything like this before, so it was something different for me. But I think, like you said, you can take a lot of wisdom from learning from other people as well. So I think I did a lot of that today, and hopefully come back stronger and take on the advice and your feedback that you've given as well. So thank you. It's good to be part of it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Nadine. And that goes for all of the guests, all of you. Please feel free to share your contact email with us. We will send you more information about the club, the joining, and how we do background recordings to help us improve and facilitate. In particular, I'd like to call on our VPM, that's Ola Sukani. He's in one of the He's in the group. If you like, you can DM him your email address, or you can DM to me myself. We would like to keep in touch with you and to hear about how you feel. How do you get on with the meetings? So moving forward, I just want to share with you the awards for the evening because everyone did a great job. But let's find out who was the winner. Okay, so here's my share screen. As you can see, Manchester Communicators, we have our meetings on the 1st and the 3rd Monday, but our sister club, Digital Communicators, they also have meetings on Monday, which is the 2nd and the 4th, and on the 5th, we occasionally have a joint meeting, so that gives you a good variety of options. If you haven't heard about Digital Communicators, make sure you click on the link shared in the chat because it's a more advanced speaking club. I'm sure you will find the experience also very rewarding. Okay, let's move into the awards. We have 3 different kinds of awards. The first award goes to the best table topic speaker. So ladies and gentlemen, please give me your drum rolls and jazz hands. And while I announce to you who the best table topic winner is, and the best table topic awards goes to our guest, Colette. Amazing. Well done. Congratulations, Colette. You won our hearts by selling the book to us. You persuaded us completely. Please leave me your email so I can send you the awards e-certificate after the meeting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the second group of award goes to our Evaluator Awards, and we have 5 evaluations, but only 1 person can get to take home the award. So once again, give me your drum roll. Let me see your jazz hands. And the best Evaluator Awards goes to Ola Sukani, Olaigbe, well done, Ola, our VPN as well. So congratulations on taking the award for Best Evaluator. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the final award goes to the Best Speaker Award. We had 4 speeches, wow, but only 1 can be the winner. And who would that be? So once again, give me your drum rolls. Jazz hands. And the best speaker of tonight goes to Joseph. Congratulations, Joseph. All very well done, all speakers. Bravo, you were so brave and you did it. You made it. So I hope you enjoyed that bit of appetizing concoction that Manchester Communicator has to offer you tonight. Before we conclude, let me just remind you, we have exciting events ahead. Specifically, we're holding our International Speech and Evaluation Contest on the 1st of March. Guests, you're most welcome to join. Remember to sign up on Eventbrite or follow our social media platform. You won't miss how to sign in. But this event is particularly big because we are competing in the club level, and the winners who will represent us to compete in the next area level, which we will compete with the other 5 clubs, I believe, in Manchester. Okay, so for members, I also like to invite you to sign up for a role. We're currently missing some judge roles. If you haven't done it, try. It's really fun. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you once again for coming to tonight's meeting. We'll leave some time to do a bit of chit chat just between us. If you're most welcome to linger around. I will pass the microphone to our amazing creator, Iju. And if you have any questions, just let us know. I will take a breath now. Okay, thank you all.
Oh, thank you so much, President Pei. Wow, great meeting today. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot of things, and yeah. So let's hear from you a little bit. Okay, so Uma. Hello, Uma.
Hello.
How are you? How did you find it?
It's splendid. Like this is the first time I'm saying the Toastmaster. Yeah, I really enjoyed saying it. I see people are enjoying the way they spend the time over the call. Like I really liked it. I wish I could join more meetings like this, and I want to participate as well. Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, I mean, we have different events. The next one will be on the 15th of February, if you want. We have also digital communicators. If you want, we can send you some information and you can join.
I just registered that as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
good,
you.
good. And you can follow us on our social media as well. And there, yeah, we post information and everything. Thank you, Uma.
Yeah.
Good, good. Who else? Hello, Donald.
Oh, hi.
Paul, sorry.